Hi everyone, my name is Gibbs. I'm here to show you how to solve for the basic operations. Now when we're talking about basic operations, we are talking about those signs we use to solve for any kind of mathematics they are giving us. Like those signs we use to solve for mathematics, like the division sign, multiplication sign, addition sign, subtraction sign. So all these signs that we use to solve for mathematics are known as the basic operations. It's something that is very compulsory for you to use while solving for any kind of mathematics of your choice. Maybe you are solving for an expansion, or you are solving for algebraic expression, or you are solving for any kind of mathematics at all, any topic on mathematics you are solving for. So this, you use the following basic operations like the multiplication, addition, division, subtraction, and the rest of them. So now I'll start with the BODMAS. Now I want to talk about BODMAS. What does BODMAS means? BODMAS means bracket of division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. Now, this is what the BODMAS. BODMAS means, I said, bracket. The B means bracket, and then the O means what? Of. The D means division. The M means multiplication. The A means what? Addition, and the S means what? Subtraction. Now, I will solve this one after the other so that I will show you what bracket is talking about, and then I'll show you what of is talking about, and also I'll show you what division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction they are all talking about. So now I'll start from the bracket. Now you notice that the bracket will have different kind of brackets. I explained that in my other video, which I explained the curly bracket, the brace bracket, and also the squared bracket, and we have the parentheses. So this one I just gave you now is the parentheses, but most of the mathematics, most of them, they normally use what? The parentheses, and to solve for any particular equation. So now this bracket now is talking about, we have different types, but we are using what? The parentheses to solve. So parentheses is still under what? Under the bracket. So that's it. Then when we talk about of, if you are saying of still means what? Times, because in an equation they will say 50 grams of 100 grams. Now if they are giving you 50 grams of 100 grams, that means that of there now means what? They are asking you to do what? To times 50 grams to what? To 100 grams. So of means what? It's still the same thing as times. So anyway you are saying of in any equation, they are asking you to do what? To times either. So now when we are talking about the division, you know what division is talking about? To divide, and then you get your answer. And when we are talking about the multiplication, multiplication is still the same thing as the of. So you multiply also. And then when we are talking about addition, addition is just to add two numbers in order for you to get your answer. Subtraction, removing of one number. You're using one number to remove the other number, and then what is anything that it is giving you, that's your answer. If you are solving for brackets now, maybe if you are giving an outside function like 5, and then we are giving what this parenthesis now is there. Open parenthesis, 5 minus 5. Close the parenthesis. Now, if you are giving a particular equation like this, or equation like this, they are giving it to you. What you need to do is that we notice that this parenthesis now, this opening of parenthesis, this closing of parenthesis now still means what? Still means multiplication. Still means multiplication. That means they are asking us to divide, to times up. They are asking us to times this outside function to the inside function. So now we are going to times 5 times 5. So 5 times 5 will give us what? Will give us 25. So we'll put our 25. And then because of this minus sign is still there, don't ignore the sign. Still bring down the sign. And then 5 again times 5 again will give us what? Will still give us 25. So we'll put our 25 also. And then you substitute for this and you get your answer. 25 minus 25 is just giving us what? Just 0. There's nothing there again. So that is how to solve for the parentheses. When you are seeing a parenthesis like this, you are seeing parentheses like this, and you are seeing an outside function here, they are asking you to do what? To times. To times the one that is outside, you use it to times the inside, the one that is inside the parentheses. So I use 5 to times this 5. and also use this 5 again to times this 5. So it's going like this. So 5 times the 5 and also 5 times this one. So don't be confused. When you see a parenthesis like this, you notice that, and we are giving you an outside function. Just notice that you do what? You times that one, that outside function, with the inside function, and you get your answer. Very simple. If you know the expansion, you know what I'm talking about. It's very simple as that. So now let's move to the off. Like I said, they can give you an equation. Let's say 25 of 5. Now when they are giving you 25 of 5, you will be reasoning in your particular equation. You'll be reasoning, 25 plus 5, how am I going to do 25 plus 5? You'll be calculating, stressing your brain. Please don't do that. It's something that is very simple. This off means times. So if they're giving you 25 of 5, that means they are asking you to do what? To times 25 to 5. So now it will now be 25 times 5. Are you seeing it? So they're asking this off now is still representing what? The time. So don't be confused. When you see it in an equation, some persons, some of the students, they will see off in their equation and they will be scared. Off. How can I do off? No. Off is something that is very simple. Off is something that you just need to translate, and then you are getting what? You are getting times. You times it and then you get your answer. So now, let's times 25 times 5. Put your 25, use it solving the what? Like 100 times a unit. Put your 25 and then put your 5. Now, 5 times 5 now will give us just 25. So we'll put 5, carry 2 to this side. 5 times this will give us what? Will give us 10. 5 times 2 will give us 10. Now 10 plus that 2 now will give us what? Will give us the 12. So we're having what? 100 and what? 125. So our answer here now is what? 125. So you see that this board mass is something that is very simple. If you just follow the step, you know what I'm talking about. Now I want to talk about the division. Division, let's talk about the division. Now division here is, they are asking us to do what? To divide. Now when we are dividing now, we'll make sure that we use the lowest number to divide with the what? With the bigger number or the greater number. So we are using the lesser number now to divide any bigger number they are giving us. Now, in my other video which I explained about the long division, you notice that I always use the divisor to divide the divide end. Though the divide end is very big, but I'm using the divisor to divide the divide end so that I can be able to get my answer correctly. So now, maybe if they are giving us 50 divided by 5, this one is something that is a cinch that we can divide. It's not that hard. So 50 divided by 5, what you need to do is just that you use this lowest number, count it, when it's up to 50, you stop, and then you count how many times the 5 appears. That's how to divide. Very simple. So now let's do it. First of all, bring down 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. But some person will be counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't have that time, so that's why I'm using 5, 5, 5. So this 5, 5, 5 now is up to 50, which is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So we'll count how many times the 5 appears here, and then that's our answer for dividing. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we notice that 5 here appears what? 10 times. So is 50 divided by 5 will give us what? It will give us 10. Simple as that. That is the answer. The same thing applicable to addition. Now, everybody know about the what? What the addition. But if you don't know, I'm still here to tell you or to teach you how to add. Now, let's take a particular equation. Now, if they're asking us to add means just putting two numbers together and then count all the numbers at once, and then you get your answer. It is very simple. It's not something that you need to crack your brain or you need to be thinking too much. So what you don't need to do now, for instance, when you're giving us 15 plus 5, I don't know why I like using 5, but let's use it. So now 15 plus 5. Now what you need to do is that you just add 15 to 5 and you get your answer. This 15 already is being counted for us. So 15 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we are having 20. 15 plus 5 will give us 20. Or if you don't know how to do it this way also, you can just do it in form of what? 100 tensor units and you get your answer. So I'll just put 15 here, and I'll put my plus, and I'll put my 5, and then I'll add it. Now, 5 plus 5, you need to count that, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So how many? It's just 10. You count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's giving us 10. We are not going to put the 10 here. If you put the 10 here, it's an error because we still have other number to do or to add. So we are not putting the 10. So we'll put what? We'll put the one at our right hand side, which is what? 0. We'll bring down the 0, and then this one now is coming to this side. So that one now plus this one now will give us what? It just give us 2, which is 20. So that is it for addition. Very simple. Any number they are giving you, just try to add the two numbers together and you get your answer. If possible, you can just count 15 and also count 5. That's what some people normally do. They count 15 and also they count 5 and add everything together. You get your what? You get your answer. So now let's move to subtraction. Now subtraction, when you are talking about subtraction means removing. You are removing a particular number from a bigger number. Maybe you are removing a smaller number from a bigger number. That's what subtraction is talking about. But if you cannot be able to remove that particular number, what you need to do? You need to do what? You need to borrow from other side of the number and you get your answer. It's as simple as that. I'll be showing you how to do that. Now, first of all, I'll start with the simplest example. 16 minus 12. Now, if you want to minus this, and then you are using the 100 tens and units, it's very simple. Let's use 100 tens and units, and then let's minus it. We'll bring down our 16 and we'll bring down our 12. You put your minus sign, and then you continue. Now, 6 minus 2. I said minus means removing. So 6 now, you remove these 2 from 6. It will give you what? So now let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you are removing 2 from 6, which is 1, 2. How many is remaining? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're having 4 here. And then we're having 1 minus 1. If 1 is minusing 1, any number that is minusing is itself is nothing. It's just 0. 0 there. So nothing here. It's just 0. So our answer here is just what? 4. 0 and 4, then and 4 is still the same thing. 4, 0, 4 is still the same thing. So our answer to this question is equal to what? Is equal to 4. Now, like I said that if maybe you are giving a number and that number you cannot be able to subtract it, what you need to do now, you need to borrow from the other side. I will show you what I mean. Now, for example, now if we are giving, let's say 100 minus 26. Now, if you have 100 minus 26, instead of you now to be counting 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 100. No, don't do that. What you need to do is that, and then minus it with 26. No, don't do that. What you need to do is that, do it in form of 100 tensor units. Now, I'll arrange it in form of 100 tensor units, which is 100 and then 26. And I'm still minusing. So, but some people now are counting 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, till 100, and then they are minusing you 26. No, don't do that. It's time wasted. If you want to be fast in calculating, just be using the 100 tensor units and then meditate what you are using. And then be sure that your answer is correct. And then you get it. Everything will be easier for you. So now, let's try to minus this. If you are having 100 minus 26 now, we are having 0 here. Minus 6. Normally, 0 cannot minus 6. But assuming we are having 6 minus 0, yes, we can minus it. And then we are still having what? The same 6. If we have 6 minus 0, it can minus. But when you are having 0 minus 6, 0 cannot minus it. So what do we need to do now? We need to borrow. We cannot borrow from this 0 here. We need to borrow from the next number. We cannot borrow from this 0 here because 0 here is still nothing. 0 is a number, but it means nothing. So we just have only 1 here. So let's borrow from this one. If we borrow from this one, we borrow from this one now to this 0 first. Let's borrow from this one to this 0. If we borrow 1 now to this 0 now, it will now be what? 10. Here now will now be 10. So now, if here is 10 now, we cannot borrow from here now to this other 0 now. So let's borrow 1 again from here to this other 0, which is also 10 here. So if you count 10 now you can be able to count 10 without counting up to 100. So you can be able to count 10 now. So we count 10 minus 6 will give us 4. Now let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you are minusing 6 from the 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many is remaining? 1, 2, 3, 4. So our answer here is what? Is 4. We are having 4 here. And then here now, because since we borrowed 1 from this 10 now to this place, here is remaining how many? 9. Here is no longer 10 again. It's remaining 9 here. Because we borrowed 1 from here to this side. So it's remaining 9. 9 is remaining here now. So we now minus 9 minus 2 now will now give us what? So if I'm minusing 9 from 2, it's giving us just 7. So let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we are removing 2 now. 1, 2. How many? Let's count the rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we are having what? Just 7. Now, if we notice this one now, this one here now is nothing because we have already borrowed from this one. If we borrow from this one here now, it's just 0. So it's nothing here. There is nothing here, just 0. So no need of putting the 0 here. We just notice that our answer here is just what? 74. Even though you are putting 0 here, it's still the same what? 74. So, but no need of putting the 0. So 100 minus 26 is giving us what? 74. So this is our answer. You notice that basic operation is something that all the students they are supposed to know. It's something that is very simple, something that you can use to solve any particular equation of your choice, or you can use to solve any kind of mathematics of your choice. And then when you know how to solve it and know how to use it very well, you notice that all the mathematics you are solving so far will be very easy for you. And then you'll be enjoying mathematics, you'll be liking mathematics, you'll be even finding it fun on how to get what more of the equations on mathematics. So now, thanks for watching.